Coach Karate, been around your basketball life. Just what were those moments like with the confetti falling on the court of Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I mean, all the moments that they've been through with me have led up to this moment right here, and to share that with them, with my mom, with my high school coach, my youth coach, my brother, my dad, my two best friends, it's special. It's it's no better feeling.
Over there on the right, Brian.
It's for both you guys. How would you describe what you've turned into, how you've evolved defensively over the course of the season to where you are now?
I mean, it's just a lot of hard work and belief in each other that we can guard anybody. And, we just fly around for each other. We make a lot of mistakes, but we make up for it with our effort and how we play together. So I feel like that goes a long way with how we guard and how we play defense.
I want to give credit to him this past week. Him on the defensive end has been best I've ever seen. He's locked in from the very jump. And when he's turned up on defense, we're all turned up on defense.
Staying on the right, Matt.
This is also for both players. I want to ask you about your leadership from your head coach, and if you can go back to either last summer or the preseason. Clearly, there would have been conversations where he imparted a vision for this team. Truthfully, did you guys believe it then and there, or were there certain moments that came along where you finally understood what he was talking to you guys about and how he helped get you on the path to where you are tonight?
Yeah, everything that we go through, in whether it be the retreat that we went on before the season, all the workouts in the summer, he's preaching his culture, and he's showing his leadership every single day, and just trying to impart that on us and kind of put it into our DNA, because it's definitely in his DNA. All the stuff that he's about is really good stuff, as a person and as a basketball coach, and so he's just trying to give us some of that, and rub off that championship DNA that he has onto us, and I feel like we've really been receptive to that.
First, right here in front.
Going off of that question, Shaka Smart is a phenomenal coach, particularly on the defensive end. How does he inspire you guys to play defense in a tournament like this where you're playing on back-to-back nights?
It's just as simple as it takes what it takes. We wanted to win a championship, and that's what it takes to win a championship, to defend at a high level. Like you said, we coming off back-to-back games, so is the other team. So, we just come out, have an aggressive mindset, and, we live with the results.
Marvin, right in front.
This question for both of you guys. When you start playing basketball, you try to get into a rhythm. You guys came in turbo speed and pushed them faster. Do you think that was the outcome of the game because you made them play faster than they wanted to?
I just said we played harder, honestly. We came out on defense, a lot of energy, and that fed into our offense. And that was pretty much the story of the game. Throughout the whole game, we preached to, basically just keep doing what we're doing. Don't let a team off the hook by easing up or off the gas. So, we just played hard the whole game.
We've been joined by Coach Shaka Smart. Ben.
Cam, you committed to a different coach but decided to stick around. What's it mean to you just to be a part of a team that won the school's first outright regular season championship and now first tournament championship?
It means everything to make history. You can't take that away from us ever. Like you said, I was committed under Coach Wojciechowski, but I couldn't imagine it being any better than with this man right here. So grateful for him and everything he's done for me, and I'm forever grateful for him.
Right side in the middle.
Coach, congratulations. You guys got off to a great run in this game, 19-2 run. How important this time of year is it to get off to a run like that?
It was huge. Third game in 3 days. We felt like we did have somewhat of a depth advantage. Xavier obviously missing Zach Fremantle. And our guys played with real force to start the game. And that kind of allowed us to have the aggressiveness advantage in the first couple rounds of the game. And then we just continued that. I think that set a tone early. You could tell they had some guys that you could see they were playing their third game in 3 nights. And, Xavier's a phenomenal offensive team. So, it was a combination. We were able to take them out of some things, and they also missed some shots they probably normally would make. But our guys just deserve a ton of credit. This is the best backcourt, along with Stevie Mitchell, that I've ever coached. And, normally if you got a great backcourt, you always have a chance to win. And that's what's happened for us all year long.
Front row, we're going 1, 2, 3.
Tyler, back at Big East Media Day in October, when asked about being picked 9th in the preseason, you had some choice words and words I can't and probably shouldn't say over this microphone. 144 days later, how satisfying is it for you to have that payoff and, back up the talk by walking the walk?
Yeah, that's one thing everybody was saying. He could talk now, but we'll see what happens. They're seeing it now. We're living it. But we still want to play every day, play every game. Like we got that chip on our shoulder. Like we were picked 9th. We want to go into the NCAA tournament. We're the underdogs in every game because that's been our mindset all year, and that's what it needs to be moving forward.
John.
This question for any one of you, though. What did Stevie Mitchell bring in that first half? He had that big battle against Nunji, led to that offensive rebound in the N1. Then he also had that big 3 during that long extended stretch.
He means everything to our program, what he brings. He's guarding the best guard on the other team every day in, day out. He brings us energy, especially me. He gives me confidence to see him playing that hard. I know if he's playing like that, I don't have a choice. So, and I'm sure that's how the rest of the team feels. So, that raises the level. Obviously he was on a boom the whole game, and I would say he had his number tonight. So, yeah, he just means everything to our team and what he brings to the table.
Yesterday, he was struggling a little bit on offense, not really shooting an open shot, and I just told him at halftime, he's the heart and soul of our team. He's what gets us going. He kind of is our engine on the defensive end, and that turns into great things on the offensive end. Even if he's not scoring the ball, he's the one that's starting the offense just because of his great pressure and great presence on defense.
Back to Ben.
Shaka, whenever we asked about how good this team was, you said you wanted to be playing your best basketball in March. With the defensive improvement that's been coming the last month or so, how close are you to seeing the idealized version of this team?
Well, these guys know how I am. I always feel like we can play better. But I get mad anytime Kam misses a shot. I'm like, how the heck can you miss?
I feel the same way.
But, I think the most important part of us playing our best basketball is our connectivity, communication, the way the guys are playing for one another. And we really have that going for us right now. But we don't want to take it for granted. We talk about certain inhibitors that get in the way at different times. The first half against St. John's, there were some inhibitors going on, and we're out there, and we really weren't at our best. But our relationships is the number one way we can overcome those inhibitors and just play free and play an aggressive style of basketball. So the guys the last 2 nights have been phenomenal with that. Second half against St. John's. And, tomorrow we'll get our name called. We'll find out who we're playing. And it's a new season. It's a new opportunity for us. And I just can't wait to see the way this group approaches it.
On the right, Brian.
Shaka, how would you articulate who you guys are defensively right now?
We violence. We try to play with great violence, energy. We don't have the biggest, strongest guys. Depending on the team we're playing, sometimes we're, overmatched in terms of size at almost every position. But our guys have heart, and they have incredible fight to them. I've never seen someone like Stevie Mitchell in terms of just the energy that he's able to bring outside of what he has in his body. Omax Prosper has been phenomenal, defeating screens and taking on tough matchups like Kam Jones and Hawkins last night. So on the defensive end, it's tricky because for most of the year we're playing at such a high level on offense, And, you know, the tendency can be to trade baskets a little bit if you feel like offense is coming easily. But I do think coming up here to New York, we've really, you know, played, for the most part, very, very sticky, tough defense. And we're going to need that if we want to advance in the NCAA tournament.
In the middle, Jamal.
Shaka, can you talk about your emotions winning this tournament? You've won other conference tournaments. Is there any difference with this one?
Well, it's twice as nice being here in New York. And I think being in the Garden, I mean, this is the best. I remember my first time being in here as an assistant coach and just being like a kid in a museum, you know, just walking around. I'm a history guy, so just thinking about all the great players that have played here, all the great moments that have been here. And I think for these guys, getting that experience, there's nothing like going and doing something together in a special place and then having that in your pocket for the rest of your life. So it's an awesome group, and we just want to keep building.
We're going to do two more. Ralph.
Shaka, I don't know if you can sum this up in a postgame, but why has this fit so well for you here at Marquette?
Because of the players we have. I mean, the players fit. I mean, the best coaches, you know, in college basketball, a lot of attention is paid to coaches, for better or worse. The best coaches have one thing in common. They have a captive audience. The guys are locked in, and the guys try to go execute the plan. And this group here has been unbelievable in terms of just their willingness to, you know, not only follow our coaching staff's plan, but follow the guidance of each other. I mean, the best thing that these guys do is the way that they lead each other, the way that they make each other better. So that's why it's been a good fit. Marquette's a special place. It cares about basketball very, very deeply. And we're happy to share this championship with everybody back home in Milwaukee because this is a prideful, passionate program.
Johnny, get the last one.
Shaka, there's conference tournament champions getting crowned all over, but this is probably the only scene where a university president was the one to climb the ladder last and hold the net and look out. Dr. Mike Lovell, how fitting was it that he's the man who had that moment?
Yeah, that was important to us for a couple reasons. One, you know, Tyler didn't let Dr. Lovell and me cut down any nets in Milwaukee last Saturday. So
I had to get him one now.
So we said, hey, we're going to have to cut down another one because while he was kind of taking the net off, Dr. Lovell and I were waiting. I've worked for 6 college presidents, and he stands apart in a lot of ways. His compassion, his character level, his integrity. A lot of those guys are cyborgs, man. They're not real people. He's a real person. He has a genuine care and concern for every single student at the university, but he's got a special place in his heart for student athletes because he's an athlete himself. And the way that he feels about these guys and his willingness to even hit these guys with the real, I think he hit Tyler after the grades came out and said his grades need to be better. But, you know, it's all love. And, you know, with what he's been through personally over the last couple years, you know, we felt like it was fitting for him because he puts a lot into our program, and you don't win. It's another reason it's a good fit. You don't win at the highest level without true alignment from the